Hey guys, Airgun Angie with Gateway to Airguns. Today's grip review is going to be on the Umarex Walther Rain. It is available in 22 or 25 caliber. This one is the 22 caliber. This is in German-made unregulated bullpup. Let's grip it. Really quick, I want to say thank you to Gateway to Airguns for making this video possible. Go check them out, guys. www.gatewaytoairguns.org. www.gatewaytoairguns.org. Okay, so aesthetics first. From butt to muzzle, total length is 34 inches, and it weighs a total of 5.5 pounds, so light and compact. From its unique rubber butt plate to the all-weather polymer thumb hole stock with a textured grip and forearm, all I know to say is it just feels right, or left. Because it is totally ambidextrous, from the ability to insert the extremely easy-to-load auto-indexing 10-shot mag from either side of the stock, to the compact side mount cocking lever's ability to be swapped from right to left. That's awesome. It is slingable with a quick detach sling mount. It has a Picatinny accessory rail on the belly of the gun. It has an adjustable 2-stage trigger and a manual push-button safety. On the right side of the gun, above the trigger, you'll find the fill port that requires a fill probe, which is included with the Rain, as well as the integrated pressure gauge. Above that is the raised Picatinny rail. In front of the rail is the 23.6-inch rifled Walther barrel with a fixed moderator. Under the barrel, housed in the forearm, is the air cylinder with a max fill pressure of 3,300 psi or 232 bar. Operation. So how do we operate this 22 caliber bullpup? Very first, make sure your push button safety is engaged. This one is not equipped with an open sight option, so next step, let's mount the scope. Now on mine I have the Hawke Vantage 4-16 by 50. After you've mounted your scope, it's time to fill the tank. Attach the probe to your desired fill source and insert the probe into the fill port. Fill to the max pressure of 3,300 psi. Release the bleed valve and remove the fill probe. Whoops. Now check out this mag. See how easy it is to load? After all 10 pellets are loaded, pull back the cocking lever, insert the mag on whichever side works best for you. Push the cocking lever back to the forward position, aim at your target, disengage the safety, and pull the trigger. Performance. This is the best part. Trigger pull and DB reading first. So for trigger pull, I got 3 pounds, 2.7 ounces, and 3 pounds, 5.5 ounces. It's a little bit heavy, but it's adjustable. Now for the sound. So for the decibel meter at the muzzle, I got 97.7 and 97.5. I moved it 20 yards away, I got 96.3 and 94.3. So yeah, it's a backyard friendly gun. So before I brought this one to the bench, guys, I cleaned the barrel and I found that it may not have affected the accuracy at all because this barrel was already pretty clean. First thing, I tested several pellets off camera at 25 yards to see which ones performed the best for my 50-yard testing. And those ones were the JSB 1813s, which were pretty close and tied up with the 15s, the JSB 15.89s. Next, I had the Baracuda Hunter Extremes. Those ones shot pretty well at 25 yards. And then I've got a couple of slugs, the nsport 25 grain slugs, and some new ones from Andrew Casey. These ones are 20.6 grain slugs.
For reals this time, I got the exact jumbo heavy JSB 18s. Those ones, I'm interested to see how they shoot at 50 yards because they were absolutely beautiful. The favorite of all of them at 25. All right.
For the first shot card, shooting each pellet 5 shots at each target, I filled it up to 200 bar and I did not top it off for each new pellet, which I found out later that I should have.
All right, the Baracuda Hunter Extremes. Those were terrible.
965.
Terrible. Let's try some slugs. See what these look like at 50 yards. All right, these are KC slugs. I'm gonna check these ones out. They shot pretty good at 25, obviously, or they wouldn't be on the table.
$810.
Oh gosh, those ones shot so similar, it's not even funny.
With my second shot card for the 5-shot groups, I tried it at about 160 to see how it shot there.
Okay, so those were all high. So I'm gonna bring it down some. And I'm gonna shoot another group of the same pellets to see if it shoots better at 200 bar. I'm gonna shoot at the same target. That's much better. 200 bar it is. All right, Baracuda Hunter Extremes from nsport. And I've got the gun filled back up to 200 bar. Whoa. That needs to come up. You say, how can you see, Angie? I can't. Whoa, these ones are not great at 50 yards. So I know I adjusted the point of impact, but I'm not even going to bother shooting that 5th pellet because they're terrible. A little low. Not great, but not terrible. We do have one more slug to try, but let me fill it first to the 200 bar. The best ones are the 18s, the JSB 18s. All right, full to empty. I'm gonna shoot not one single target. I'm gonna shoot each mag at a separate bowl, so we'll see how it does as far as accuracy with each mag. Whoa! That one must have flew way off to the left, straight out the barrel, because the thing didn't even pick it up. It hit the very left side of the target. That's crazy. That one did too. That one did too. What in the world? I'm gonna dry fire. That was really odd.
$665.
Whoa, baby. That was like super, super, super low. Chronograph. Wake up.
$980.
That was pretty good. Now, before I use the next target, I'm going to go put a sticker over it because I shot it a couple times. Here we go again. This is going to be the bottom left target. Whoops. That was my bad, I pulled it. Well, guys, that wasn't that great. I mean, it shot quite a bit higher. It seems like every mag climbs a little more than the other one. That one shot quite a bit higher than the other mags. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one and see what happens. Where are we here? About 150 bar.
So I did 3 different full to empty shot cards, and after the first one I changed out my rest. I went from the Ransom multi-cal rest to the bag because it's a little bit more stable for some guns, and for this one it might be the case. But I'm not so sure that's the reason. It seems like the more I shot the Rain, the better it got. Like maybe it has a break-in period or a valve settling period, I'm not sure, but it seems like the more I shot it, the better it got. I will say that the POI does change with each mag. The first and second mag have a similar POI, almost right on point. Then the third and fourth seem to rise, but are tighter. And the fifth and sixth drop some, but keep the tightness of pattern. This being a non-regulated gun, it's going to require the shooter to get to know the gun very well to get the most out of it. And as I was saying, the more I shot it, the better it got. So just imagine, guys, it may only get better from here. I would say fill it to 180, maybe 190 bar. You'll get about 20 to 30, more like 30, similarly accurate shots, which isn't bad for an unregulated PCP, and it's putting out a pretty good amount of power. Let's talk about that. At shot 1, I got 849 feet per second. I got a total of 55 shots, but I did dry fire a few because the mag doesn't have like a stopper where it lets you know you're out. You just kind of forget to count, and then next thing you know, you're blowing air. Shot 30, which I'm going to say is halfway, I got 972 feet per second, and at shot 55, we'll say more like 60, I got 832. So the most efficient and consistent shots were shot 25 through 35, where it was at max velocity, into the third and fourth mag. Though the tightness of the groups didn't seem to suffer one bit as the pressure dropped. With the Hobbies, which are 11.9 grain lead, not lead free, lead pellets, I was getting 1,063 feet per second. That's an average of 28 foot-pounds of energy.
All right, guys, here we go. RX Target Systems, offhand. Oh. Oh, man. Reload. Oh. I wasn't aiming for that one, guys, so. Got it. Sweet. Definitely a pretty cool offhander. It's short and compact. It ought to be.
Okay, on to cons. So there are a couple, well, maybe one more than a couple. The first one is it has a fill probe. It would be lovely if it was just the standard Foster fitting. It would be fantastic, but it's got a fill probe. Oh well, we can get over that. The next one, guys, the trigger's a bit heavy, but it's adjustable. So this one might not be a con. It's kind of the nature of unregulated PCPs. There is a shot curve. So what that means is the point of impact is going to change. And this one seems to change about every 2 mags. The first 2 mags, right on point. The next 2 mags, it raises up a little bit. And then the last 2, it drops again. So you really got to get to know the gun to know where it's going to hit at what pressure. The upside of that is you can invite a friend over after you've gotten to know your gun really well, and you can nail the targets just back to back, slamming them, and then give the gun to your friend. You'll look like an expert shooter. Just kidding, don't do your friend like that. That's not cool. So that's pretty much it for the cons, guys. Let's move on to the pros. Will the pros outweigh the cons on this German-made Bulpup? Well, it's German-made, so I believe so. That's a pro in and of itself. What do you guys think? Okay, so from its very unique rubber butt pad to its nice contoured, beautiful thumb hole stock, being ambidextrous, capable in a couple different ways. The mag is ambidextrous. You can place it on either side of the stock. The side lever cocking action, you can actually move from the right to the left. So that is super cool. It has the Picatinny rail. Why do I prefer a Picatinny rail? Well, a couple different reasons. I like it because it's meatier. It has more grip to it. I like the word grip. Has more grip to it. It also, if you have to remove your scope, say you need to work on the gun a little bit and you need to remove the scope, you can count how many slots you have it placed at and place it back in that same place. I would definitely check your point of impact before taking it out to shoot again. Some people don't like that the moderator is fixed, but it does have the fixed moderator to make it backyard friendly, and that it is. The trigger is adjustable. The safety, the manual safety is in an optimal place. Very, very, very convenient. You don't have to move anything but your finger to switch the safety off. It has the rear sling mount and of course the Picatinny accessory rail in the front where you can get yourself something to mount a sling on both the back and the front. The fill pressure, 3,300 PSI. What else? The Lothar Walther barrel, the rifled Lothar Walther barrel, that's always a pro. They make some awesome, awesome barrels. As far as accuracy, the accuracy is great. You get 60 shots, and for a little over $500, you're going to get a pretty accurate gun as long as you take the time to know it, and one that's putting out plenty of power. With the JSB 18.13s, I got 37.5 foot-pounds of energy. That's enough to make a lovely ping sound on some backyard targets or a devastating blow to a squirrel. I would like to take a moment to say thank you to Gateway to Airguns. Thank y'all so much for making these videos possible. If you guys have not checked them out, you really, really should. If you're an air gunner, you like air guns, you like shooting, go check out www.gatewaytoairguns.org. There is something for every air gunner alive. I promise. That's it for the grip review on the Umarex Walther Rain in 22 cal. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Airgun Angie with Gateway to Airguns. Y'all don't just have a good day, have an awesome one. See ya.
We're going to start off with the JSB. Breathe. I was out of breath. Redo. Okay. See how many more mistakes I can make today.